I had a video go viral, getting over 1.1 million views, but I regret making it. The video made me absolutely no money. Now, I had another video get only 11,000 views, and that brought me tens of thousands of dollars. So if you watch this video, I'm going to explain exactly why those two videos were different and what you can learn from it so that you don't get stuck in that same trap of making videos that make absolutely no money. I'm going to break it down into 3 simple steps: what happened, what went wrong, and what you can do to avoid that failure in the future. So a few years ago, I used to be a photographer and I made time-lapse videos. You know, the kind where you see the sun setting really fast or the stars moving overhead. You take a long period of time and condense it right down, speed it all up, and make it look like the world's moving at an incredibly fast pace. And for years, I'd been collecting footage from all over the world. The Northern Lights in Iceland, the sun setting over mountain ranges, people moving fast around Paris. I decided to put this all together into a video to try and get more work to my business, because all the money I made was from doing work for clients, from doing photography work, and I knew with all this footage I could make a banger of a video. So I spent months and months putting it together. I would be tweaking every little tiny detail, just getting every little single bit of it perfect. When I put it online, it quickly started getting tons and tons of views. And within just a few days, it was already getting hundreds of thousands of people watching it. And I thought, great, this means that it's only going to be a matter of time until I start making money. I'm going to have loads of clients reaching out to me, people wanting to license footage, or people wanting me to shoot footage for them. But as time went by, my inbox just stayed empty. Nobody was reaching out to me, nobody wanted to license footage, nobody wanted to hire me. And at the time, I didn't really understand why. But I've come to realise what the reason was since. Then, a few years later, I made another video. But this time, instead of focusing on all the worldwide places I'd been, all the different crazy adventures, I focused just specifically on making it about my hometown. And this video, comparatively, did a hell of a lot worse. It got 11,000 views instead of the 1.1 million views that original viral video had got. And you might be thinking, well, if 1.1 million views didn't bring any income in, then surely 11,000 views wouldn't. Well, to be honest, you'd be wrong. See, that video, I was targeting a specific audience. I was aiming for people who like Manchester, who've got a connection to Manchester. You know, that kind of video wasn't going to be spread all around the world, around different people. It would just be to people who are specifically interested in Manchester as a place. And that meant that the kind of people who were watching it were also the kind of people who might end up hiring me. And then I was able to turn that video into tens of thousands of dollars by licensing footage, by shooting stuff for other clients. And it had taken me a lot less time to make than that viral video. It got a lot less views, but it still made a lot more money. The thing that I want you to understand from this, it's not about how many people watch the video, but it's about the right people watching it. So let's say you're selling some kind of service. You could easily try and get a broad viral video that tons and tons of people watch, but that won't necessarily do the business any good. Having a video that's watched by the specific people who might hire you. Now let's say you have a cooking channel and you sell digital products around how to make different kind of Italian food. Like, your whole channel's purpose is teaching people how to be better at cooking Italian food. Like, if you are good at that, give me some tips, because I love pizza. But anyway, if you are doing that sort of channel, you want to attract people who are interested in Italian food, who want to learn more about it. Sure, you could make a video go viral. You spend 24 hours cooking fancy food on a boat. Some sort of challenge that you could see Mr. Beast kind of doing. Great, you might get a ton of views on that video, but they might not be the people that are actually really interested in Italian food. They might not be that interested in cooking and learning to improve their skills. It's the same problem that Yes Theory had. They've got this channel that's all about a bunch of friends going on crazy adventures and just having a wild time. Then they tried and failed twice to release 2 different products. Once they tried to sell a NFT for a movie, and then the second time around they tried to sell a course on how to become a professional YouTuber. And both flopped, and the audience hated it because people were coming to their channel to see a bunch of friends having a fun time, going on adventures. They weren't there to learn how to be a YouTuber. You don't want this mismatch between who watches your videos and what kind of thing you're selling. For me, I wasted months and months creating viral content when, in reality, I should have just been focusing on making content for those people who would actually hire me. It's the same thing for Alex Hormozi, and if you've watched any of his videos recently, he's changed tactics. He went from making entertaining content to education only content because he did the numbers. He gets millions and millions of impressions on his videos, and he realized that people who watch entertainment content want more entertaining content. People who watch educational content want more educational content. And I know that sounds really simple, but he's trying to attract a certain kind of person to his videos. He wants to invest in other companies that are already doing at least a few $1 million a year in revenue. So he's attracting the hardcore business crowd. And he realised that making random videos about what he would do if he was in college and wanted to become rich, yeah, that gets a lot of views, but it doesn't attract the right kind of people into the back end of his business. It doesn't attract those business owners who are already at a few $1 million a year. Because if you're at a few $1 million a year, you don't watch a video of what I would do if I was 18 and starting over. It's just not interesting to you. So the whole idea is that make content that is interesting for that specific person. Content that's actually going to get people off YouTube to hire your services, to buy your products, whatever it is. The content can still be incredibly useful to people, you know, it can still give tons and tons of value away, but you just want to make sure that the people who watch your videos are the kind of people that you would want to have in your world. I would much rather have 1,000 subscribers who are really interested in the content I make, who are the kind of people that would love to hire me to work with them, than to have 100,000 subscribers who are just there to be entertained. The two don't match up for me, so I would just be really focusing all your content going forwards. So whenever you're making a piece of content, just think to yourself, is this going to appeal to that specific person who I want to target with my videos, or am I going a bit too broad and targeting too many different people? Because sometimes having a video go viral, getting 1 million views on it isn't actually a good thing, and you can do far better. You can build a much more sustainable business by having a video only get 11,000 views.